10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. The future holds nothing else but confrontation.
Episode of Ucw Zero Professional Wrestling. Joining you in color commentary this week is none other than the greatest Ucw Zero of all time, Jayson. Bravo. Yes, this week I'll be doing color commentary. You get to hear me every step of the way. So unfortunately I won't be wrestling, but yes, we will still have a jam-packed show for you here tonight. And now, let's bring it up back to the ring to Commissioner MK.
And now, it is my pleasure to introduce the new Ucw Wrestling Zero Heavyweight Champion, all the way from Austin, Texas, Dallas Murdock!
Here comes the brand new Ucw Zero Champion, Dallas Murdock. Coming out with the Ucw Zero champion, Dallas Murdock, and all set up, bravo! Yes, excellent job, yes! Yes, you are not blind, folks. Yes, Dallas Murdock is the brand spanking new Ucw Zero champion. He is standing tall and proud. He is standing tall and proud. Dallas Murdock, the new heavyweight champion, standing tall and proud in the ring.
So as you can plainly see, I cashed in my ticket and took Martin Casals down.
Well, they kicked me out of the ring.
So why don't we just get right to it and you look at the Titantron and see the footage yourself.
Well, they're going to show some footage here that I haven't seen yet, but I was there, but I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, I was there as well, and I witnessed to what happened and how Dallas Murdock came to become the new Ucw Zero heavyweight champion.
Well, the fans here are being treated to this, and oh, I see what happened there. Oh, he took the golden certificate.
Just took rightfully mine.
Right behind Jason Jaxon's back when he wasn't looking. He took the certificate back away.
Oh, and here's the footage of the match.
First record is by Martin Casals.
I remember this all too well.
It almost seems like it was yesterday.
Marcus House actually beat Big Vig, and then what transpired, I don't even want to comment on. I'm not even going to comment on this.
I'll comment myself. I'll tell you exactly what happened. Dallas Murdock capitalize on an opportunity when Martin Casaus' back was turned. He cashed in the prize, and he took the title, as you'll see here in a moment.
I said I wouldn't comment. I just think it's disgusting what happened.
Of course you would, MK. You find it disgusting, I think it's calculating. Obvious that Martin Casaus didn't have his concentration where it should have been.
And the ticket is cashed in.
Now, I don't know if you folks at home can see this. We'll try to put this on in post.
If you missed it, Dallas Murdock connected with the big boot to Martin. And now they're laying the beat down on the former champ himself.
It's just disgusting. I can't believe that this is just not getting, this is not the way you win a championship.
Traditionally, no, but in this case, yes.
A big Michinoku driver by Big Vig there. That was just disgusting.
Like I said, MK, you find it disgusting, I find it calculating. And then with the, crushing flying leg drop, and there's the 1, the 2, and the 3. And your new heavyweight champion, Dallas Murdock.
The fans are not pleased at all, I have to say.
Oh, yeah.
So as you can plainly see, you will never see Martin Casaus in this ring again.
That's awful.
Not only did I take the title, I put that old not so tough enough fool on the shelf.
And Martin Casaus is
as for tonight, because I am going to be the fighting champion,
he's not here tonight.
I picked an opponent for myself who's worthy of a title shot.
Obviously, some of the fans are talking smack to the new champ. Show some respect
to Dallas
Murdock.
And there you have it, folks. Dallas Murdock, new heavyweight champion, happened in Provo. The footage doesn't lie. Dallas Murdock, new heavyweight champion.
And you know what? I'll applaud to that. I'll applaud to that. I would clap for the champ if I were you, Commish. I would clap for him if I were you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've got to take a break. We'll be right back after these messages.
BR Ultra Championship Wrestling Zero, Utah's best live pro wrestling action in Salt Lake City, Utah, at the UCW Training Center, 47 South Orange Street. Tickets are $10 for general admission and $3 for kids 6 and under. Doors open at 6 p.m. and bell time is 6:30 p.m. For more information, go to www.ucwzero.com or call 801-699-7977. And remember, do not try this at home. We are trained professionals. Leave it to us. We are Ultra Championship Wrestling Zero. Motivational pain.
Contest is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, weighing in this morning at 190 pounds, he is one half of the Reign of Insane from the mental asylum, Kade.
And there he is, folks. One half of the Reign of Insane, Kade. Of course, his partner, Bronson, isn't here with him tonight. And let me tell you, if you don't find his beard crazy, then his wrestling persona, his skills, and just his personality altogether is crazy. some of these fans are a little bit braver than I would, stepping up to the face of Kade. I'm wondering what his beard smells like. It probably smells like a mixture of cyanide and tofu, but that's just me. Let's just find out who he's facing.
And his opponent, weighing this one at 182 pounds, he is one half of the Ucw Zero Tag Team Champions from Salt Lake City, Utah, Mochi, Paco!
Not a fan favorite of mine, but definitely a fan favorite for the fans here of Ucw Zero. One half of the Ucw Zero Tag Team Champions. He's going at it alone tonight, just like his opponent tonight. Junior isn't able to be here, but we can expect a hell of a contest between these two fierce competitors, two great competitors in the tag team division.
How crazy is this, Bravo? Singles competition between, I would say, the #1 contenders and the champion.
I guess my question is, how are these two competitors going to be able to transition from being used to being in tag team competition to working in singles, not just going at it with their partners by their side, but going at it all alone? As you can see, Junior isn't here, Blossom isn't here. We'll have to see how it goes between this match.
Well, I think it's the disadvantages to Kade, because I'm not gonna lie to you. He totally wins matches by interference.
Yes, I do have to agree. We probably might have to give the edge to Los Mochis Paco. Definitely given the fact that the fans are behind him all the way. And let's see how it goes here.
Well, and this is one of my favorite parts of every match is the lockup. This is where you're going to see how it all goes down, who has the strength. What goes through your mind when you get into a lockup like this?
How to beat the guy. It's plain and simple. How to outsmart the guy. And as you see right there, Kade threw in a punch, Paco blocked, and now he's throwing some fierce punches. Irish whip in reverse.
Oh, and Paco going out of the ring. Oh,
almost.
Oh, wow.
They need to be careful to avoid a lawsuit here.
I'll tell you what, when you're in the UCW audience, you never know what you're going to see. Oh, wow. Big cross body there.
Big burrito by Los Mochis Paco.
Right off the bat, right here in Salt Lake City, Utah.
That's the great part about the UCW. You get to be part of the action itself.
It's hard to beat it. You know, we are best in state because we quite frankly have the best wrestlers.
And that's just nothing. That's just not something we pick. Oh my!
Oh, look at this take. That's just
that's really. I gotta give it to Kade. That's really smart on his part.
Don't write this down. Don't write this down. You're writing this down, aren't you?
Yes, bravo, bravo. See, that's what it takes to win matches here, MK. You've got to be calculating. You've got to be smart. You've got to be able to dig deep and dig low, as Kade did right there.
And
he's putting the boost in.
And after he hit Paco's head in the hardest part of the ring, the apron, and now he's choking him. And Junior Greenhorn right now trying to keep him off. He's got a 5 count. Now I know, love to use that 5 count. Why don't you tell us about that?
Well, using the 5 count, it definitely gives you the edge. It definitely is able to help you take the time to wear the opponent down to the point where it'll make it easier to get the pin and get the victory on him.
And then you set up a move like that, the Shazam.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Hard elbow to the top of the head of Paco, indeed.
I don't know how Paco's going to make his way out of this. I think he might be done. Oh, Yahtzee! Right to the nether regions, right there. Headbutt to the nether regions.
Never felt that before, and hope I never have to.
Oh boy, I'll tell you what.
1, 2, and 3.
Oh, he rope break. He grabbed ropes. You know, that's ring awareness. Now, one of the things about the Luchas, they do so many rolls. They do so many things of that nature. They really have a good ring awareness.
Yes, that also comes from the experience from Los Mochis Paco. Ring awareness is definitely key to winning matches here in UCW.
Now, I know you faced both of these men multiple times in your stint here. Who do you give the edge to right now?
You know, I probably would have to say Paco because, you know, he definitely is able to, I will give credit where credit's due. Paco is able to get the crowd behind him every time. Cross body to Kade and almost.
Oh, wow. How did he kick out of that? Oh, and then he comes back. I think Paco sat back on that move a little too much.
Well, let's see what Kade has in store for him now. And
oh, big fist to the forehead. Now, Junior Greenhorn did not see that that was a closed fist, and I'm going to have to talk about that later. But once again, he's got the 5 balls to do whatever he wants.
Closed fist, what are you talking about? I didn't see a closed fist. You're obviously seeing things that nobody else is seeing, MK.
Now, come on here. You had to have seen that.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. The only thing I saw was Kade capitalizing on Paco.
Oh, and a big forearm to the back. Oh, and a kick to the ribs, working the back and the ribs. Good.
Right to the serratus interior. Paco's got to be feeling that in the morning.
Ah, yes. The fans don't like that at all.
I don't understand why the fans don't like it. I mean, I think it's very calculated.
Well, you know, strategy and calculation is cheating in my book, at least when it comes in the form like that.
Oh, come on.
Now look at that. He's got his foot right in his throat.
That's just wearing your opponent down. There's nothing wrong with that. Putting the boots in the throat in the corner. I need to talk with officials on how to change the rule books around here.
And I'll tell you something. The fans are clearly behind Paco and clearly have to disagree with you and Kade's tactics.
Well, I'm gonna get behind Kade here for a second and clap for the man that's taking it to Les Monkey's Paco.
Oh, come on. Oh! And Paco, a student of the game. Our first plate of chops is served. And another punch to the throat. I think Kade went to the well one too many times. Now a high-risk maneuver up on top here in the corner.
See what's happening?
Oh, there we go, Big Frankensteiner.
What a devastating hurricanrana indeed.
Wow, oh my goodness.
1, 2.
Oh, 2 count by Junior Greenhorn. How did Kade kick out of it? How do you kick out of a move that devastating?
Adrenaline, perseverance, and digging down deep. At times when you think that you're not going to kick out somehow, you just do.
You know, that's what the difference between being an amateur and a professional. Oh, and kicking the injured knee.
Perfect.
Oh, missed the shiny wizard. Oh, look. Oh, and he got him.
I think he had the tight there, MK.
And your winner, yes, Mochi, Paco.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, now what's going on here?
Obviously, Kade not too happy.
Wait a minute, Junior Greenhorn trying to get in here, and Paco's tag team partner isn't here. Now what is he doing?
He's laying the waste to Paco. He's making an example out of this.
But why is he doing this? He's lost the match. We're going to wait a minute. Here's Team Bad. Braden Austin and Dante Acosta. What are they doing? Oh, now wait a minute. They're stopping this.
Are they putting the boys?
Oh, no, come on. This is 3 against 1.
This is what I'm talking about.
Why are they doing this?
Yeah. They're here to make a statement.
Why are they doing this?
Yeah.
This is terrible. Paco is all alone. Someone needs to do something about this. Where's our so-called security right now? Oh, no.
They're too busy enjoying this beatdown.
Oh, that's just terrible. Why are they doing this? There is no purpose to be served here. The match is over.
Oh, I'll clap for that indeed. Bravo. Very calculating.
Why would they do? Oh, wait a minute.
What's this?
Oh, boy. Kade doesn't realize what's going on here. You people can't see this. Oh, big double super kick. You people missed that. The cameras may not have caught it because there's so much action. Wait a minute. What's going on here? What is going on? Okay, we'll hear what they have to say.
Why is it that I hear there's going to be a tag team match in our car racing that it doesn't involve Team Bad? What is wrong with that? What's up with that? MK, you better fix that. We want to be in that match. We want to be in that match.
I say they deserve it, Commissioner. Give it to them.
You want a match? You want a match for the tag team? I can do that for you. But you know what? Since all 3 teams like to fight, how about Team Bad, Random Insane, and the 801 District in the cage for the championships?
All right. like it.
September 27th, right here in Salt Lake City, Utah. All three of you, no escape, incarceration.
All right.
Okay, it's a match. Make it so.
I'll get rid of it. Why don't we got us?
I made the match. I had to do it. They want to fight, I'll let them fight in the cage.
Oh, I'll give kudos for new commissioner. Good job. I'll applaud for that.
Well, there you have it, folks. September 27th, right here in Salt Lake City, Utah, incarceration. 3 teams, 1 tag team title, 1 tag team championship. We'll be right back after these messages.
Contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit, and the winner of the match will be considered the #1 contender to the Ucw Zero Heavyweight Championship. And now, entering the ring at this time, weighing this morning at 250 pounds, from Longview, Texas, accompanied the ring by the CEO Stevie Slick. He is big.
And yes, he is big indeed. Being accompanied to the ring by the CEO of this grand company, Stevie Slick. And obviously, not a fan favorite. He's a favorite of mine personally, but not a fan favorite of the fans here in the Ucw Zero Arena. Let me tell you, at the Provo Latino Festival shows, Big came so close to taking the title from then champion Martin Giselle. That date was not his time, but I guarantee this, sometime down the future, somehow, some way, I believe that Big will be a force to be reckoned with and be Ucw Zero heavyweight champion. Unless I'm champion again, of course.
His opponent, weighing this morning at 210 pounds, from Paco, Jason Jaxon!
Well, somebody better call the dog pound because I have a stray that's on the loose in Pitbull, Jason Jaxon. And I don't quite personally see my own team decide the top part for this competitor, but there is nobody in this industry more intense than Pitbull Jason Jaxon.
A #1 contenders match, Mr. Bravo. What do you think?
This is going to be a great match between two raging bulls of two forces to be reckoned with. The size, strength, and manner of Big and the pure heart and intensity of the Pitbull Jason Jaxon.
And I'll tell you what, you would have been in this match, but then you decided to go with the Fatal 4-Way. That'll be happening next week, isn't that correct?
There's some truth to that. There's no secret that I've been trying to get to the #1 contender spot for quite some time. But, I believe that it'll eventually happen. And I do believe that someday or the other I will become Ucw Zero heavyweight champion. But in the meantime, let's concentrate on this fierce match.
There you go. Well, I'll tell you something. I talked to Vig before the match, and Big Vig just said that he was going to, basically, he'll fight anybody that'll give him the experience. Jason Jaxon actually handpicked Big Vig because he wants to prepare for Dallas Murdock.
I would say that's a little bit more guts than brains on Pitbull Jason Jaxon.
He's thinking with his heart, not his mind, is what you're saying.
Yes, exactly. Like I said before, he is the heart and soul of Ucw Zero. Yes, there, I said it.
Oh!
Yikes! He's definitely going to be feeling that in the morning.
I'll tell you something.
By Pitbull Jason Jaxon to Big Vig.
Wow, unbelievable. Now this is wrestling versus strength, wouldn't you say?
Oh yes, definitely. This is intelligence versus strength as well.
And here we go. Now the fans are clearly behind. Oh, that's the strength that we were talking about.
Yes, indeed. Just throwing Jason Jaxon like a rag doll. Back lines and springboard elbow to Big Vig. And Stevie Slick is not too happy about it. Oh! And it looks like Jason Jaxon was going for the spear, but there, Big Vig is there to cut him off with the big clothesline.
And tell us what those clotheslines, when someone with the forearms that size, what does that do to you?
Takes your head off, plain and simple, or close to it.
Clearly, look at this. Big Vig exerting his strength. And like I said, Jason Jaxon wanted this match because of the brawling style of Big Vig. He told me that he's been in over 300 street fights.
Wow, that's impressive. Being a guy that hasn't been in one, I gotta say, I let people do my fighting for me. I only do my fighting in the ring.
Well, as they say, I'm a lover, not a fighter. But look at the strength of Big Vig. I've been very impressed with his strength, but his mat skills are a little to be desired.
Yeah, I can see a little bit of inexperience in Big Vig's part, but it'll come in time where he'll be a definite force to be reckoned with, and if not, a future champion.
Oh boy, nice slingshot plancha right there. Unbelievable. And that's experience. Big Vig taking what's the equivalent of a timeout right now.
He's taking a break. He's taking a breather. It's no big deal.
Now, I don't understand why Stevie Slick has to be out with Big Vig every time.
He's here to give him pointers. I'm
tired of this.
Like I said, Big Vig is inexperienced, and he has the CEO to help give him tips, to help make him be the future.
This is just ridiculous. Every time we get someone new, big. Oh, here we go.
There's that strength again.
Look at the look on Vig's face. I don't know if you people can see that, but look at him. Oh, no. Oh, and oh, my God. Did you hear? And now look at this. This is ridiculous. Junior Greenhorn. Now, you folks can't see this, but Junior Greenhorn's back is turned, and you've got Stevie Slick kicking Jason Jaxon in the back.
That's very calculating on my opinion. Big Vig is only trying to win this match. I don't see anything wrong with that.
That's called cheating.
You call it cheating, I call it calculating.
Whatever. That is just ridiculous.
Hey, the ref doesn't see it. Hey, the ref doesn't see it. It doesn't count.
And look, Big Vig wants the crowd to approve of his tactics. And the only person cheering here is you.
Oh, I don't know. I think I see some people clapping. Oh, that's for me.
They're clapping for Jason Jaxon.
Oh, they're actually clapping for me.
Oh, look at this. Oh, wow. I think Jason Jaxon bit off a little more than he can chew.
Oh,
big headbutt from that chrome dome of Big Vig. Right to the throat. A headbutt to the throat. I've never seen that before.
He's probably got the hardest head in the locker room.
Oh.
That was on the side of the leg.
Oh, are you sure?
Oh, I'm positive.
Are you just saying that because you don't want me to start talking about cheating?
No, I clearly saw that he got him on the side of the leg.
I don't think so. Now look at this, Junior Greenhorn. You know, I've been giving him a lot of leeway, but we're going to have to talk in our film sessions.
I got a question.
Oh, here we go.
Now I got a question. Why do you call him Junior Greenhorn?
That's his name.
Is that his name on his birth certificate?
Well, I don't know. I haven't seen it. He is from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, so I haven't seen his green card.
Oh, that might explain a few things. And,
look at this. Trying to take the wind right out of Jason Jaxon.
He's squeezing the life out of Jason Jaxon. And, he's got some fight left in him.
Oh, and there you go with that strength. The big boot to the belly takes it all out of you. Tries for that body drop. There we go.
That is impressive. A leapfrog into a reverse neck breaker.
Wow.
Fans are clapping here for the Pitbull.
But that took as much out of the Pitbull as it did Big Vig.
And the ref is starting his trademark count. If they can't make it to their feet by the count of 10, then the match is over.
That's right. And then what happens? We must have another match for the #1 contenders. I didn't even think about that.
Well, that might be something you have to do if this happens. And
now the winner of this match is going to face Dallas Murdock, or the winner of Dallas Murdock and JT Marshall in our main event. Big sidewalk slam. Black hole slam.
My goodness. I think it's 3 count. 1, 2, and...
Two count.
I could have sworn that was a 3.
No, he just counted 2, but like I was saying, the winner of this match faces the winner of our main event in the cage on September 27th right here.
Between Dallas Murdock and JT Marshall, is that correct?
That is correct.
And do you honestly think JT is going to win that match? I mean,
he's got a better match than you.
Hey, someone's got to carry this commentating team. And another counter, a calf kick to the face of Big Vig.
Well, and it just seems like it's strength versus strategy right now.
That's what I said at the very beginning. It's intelligence versus strength.
I'm just telling you, look at Big Vig holding his mouth. That hit him right on the kisser.
Let's see what the Pitbull has in store now.
Oh, wow.
And he took the big man down.
He put everything he could in that clothesline. And another one. I don't think Vig knew what hit him.
There's definitely a lot of adrenaline going to the Pitbull. I do believe in.
And once again, the strength of Big Vig. Oh, no.
Wait a minute.
Oh, my goodness. Did you see that?
What a maneuver to
Where is he finding the strength for this? And there's fans on their feet. Everybody's cheering for Jason Jaxon.
Well, it looks like the Pitbull is able to dig deep. He wants that #1 contender shot. He wants
high-risk maneuver here.
I think there's only one thing that he could be going for.
But this is high risk. He might be waiting too long.
Flying elbow!
Big signature flying elbow on Big Vig.
And it's over!
Your winner and #1 contender, Jason Jaxon!
It was definitely a hard-hitting match. Both competitors went all out. They went toe for tat, head-to-head, nose-to-nose, and yet it was Jason Jaxon that was able to prevail. And he
strategy over strength.
I guess that answers that question. What is better? And
at least in this case, and I'll tell you something. Jason Jaxon prepared very well and is going to be prepared to take on either Dallas Murdock or JT Marshall. Jason Jaxon last.
Cut my music, please.
I guess he's got something to say.
Dallas Murdock, 2 weeks. 2 more weeks you get to hold that damn title. It's coming back to the dog pound.
There you have it, folks. Jason Jaxon challenging.
Quite a bold statement, man.
Oh boy. No love lost between my broadcast partner, Jason Bravo, and Jason Jaxon.
I don't see what
we'll be right back after this word.
I'm doing color commentary.
BR Ultra Championship Wrestling Zero, Utah's best live pro wrestling action in Salt Lake City, Utah, at the UCW Training Center, 47 South Orange Street. Tickets are $10 for general admission and $3 for kids 6 and under. Doors open at 6 p.m. and bell time is 6:30 p.m. For more information, go to www.ucwzero.com or call 801-699-7977. And remember, do not try this at home. We are trained professionals. Leave it to us. We are Ultra Championship Wrestling Zero. Motivational pain.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall and a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, weighing in at 2 tons of awesomeness from your sister's bedroom, Brandon Austin and Dante Acosta, Team Bad.
And making their way to the ring, the self-proclaimed hottest tag team in Ucw Zero, Brandon Austin and Dante Acosta. They asked for a tag team title match at Incarceration inside the cage, and they have it now. I don't understand why that little boy's booing those two. I mean, they're a really impressive tag team in my opinion. They're the two men that men want to be and women want to be with. All right, I'll clap for them. Bravo, bravo. And with their trademark pose. For the benefit of those with flash photography, better take a picture.
And now, their opponents, representing Estados Unidos Mexicanos, Guerrero Azteca and Durango Kid, Las Vatos Locos.
I'm not sure what MK said, but I think it was something in Spanish. Crowd favorites here in Ucw Zero. The Durango Kid and Guerrero Azteca. I've had my history with Guerrero Azteca over the Ucw Zero heavyweight title. I was able to prevail, but that's in the past. And Durango Kid, what can I say about him? He's a young up-and-coming star. And oh, wait a minute. Oh. I think he's calling for Thunder Chop, Commissioner.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. You've taken the Thunder Chop. Why don't you tell us about that?
Many times, man. Let me tell you, it feels like your heart stopped for a glimpse of a second. I have never been chopped by anyone harder.
It's unbelievable.
In my entire
And
life.
now, you know, he's added to his repertoire the Thunder back chop.
Well, I was lucky enough to not feel that, but you know, I guess there's time for everything in this world.
Now, let me tell you something. Wouldn't you say that we've probably got the strongest tag team division in independent wrestling in probably at least the Western United States?
I think that and the biggest growing tag team division in wrestling industry. I mean, you have Team Bad, you have the Reign of Insane, you have these two.
Los Votos Locos.
Okay, yeah, exactly what you said. And plus you have the 801 district, the tag team champions themselves. But, I mean, my question is, they're defending their titles at the cage. Do you think Junior X will be medically cleared to defend the titles?
I think he will be. You know, we talked to the doctors last week. He said that the back problem just needed rest. There was no permanent damage. So I'm confident that he will be.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I thought he would have been gone forever. But anyway. Oh,
that's horrible.
Nice takedown by Durango Kid. Oh, arm drag with the hold. And oh, he's wrenching it in deep.
Now, I'll tell you something. You've got East meets West right here, or excuse me, North meets South right here, where you've got the lucha style.
It's okay, I get mixed in directions as well. Okay.
Where you've got the lucha style. Again, look at the strength of Guerrero Azteca. You got the lucha style against the Western style. Now, traditionally, the lucha libres are not as big as Guerrero Azteca.
Oh, wow.
So he is a very special thing to see.
Oh, yes, indeed. I think this tag team of Guerrero Azteca and Durango Kid can be a very special thing. You have the size of Guerrero and the quickness and speed of Durango Kid. And
oh, no.
Oh, gosh! I felt that from here.
I think you folks at home could hear that and probably feel that too.
I'm pretty sure Brayden Austin's heart stopped for just a second.
Well, and that's his advantage. And look at this. Oh!
He's
he's up 9 feet in the air.
He's just throwing around Braden Austin like a rag doll.
Oh no! A thunder back chop. Here it is.
Come on, this cannot be legal. Oh gosh!
Oh, I think that's it.
Very well could be. No.
If ever a match could end with a back chop or a chop, that's from Guerrero Azteca.
Most definitely. I don't know how Braden Austin was able to kick out of that.
And out of the ring.
Thrown to the outside. He is dazed and confused. I think he has no idea where he's at, okay?
Well, you know, and Guerrero Azteca has taken this personally because before the match, when I was doing the interviews, I was interviewing Guerrero Azteca, and you know what Dante Acosta said to him? Dante Acosta, who's Filipino, said that he's the better brand of brown.
You know,
so this is personal. Oh, here we go.
I guess it's a matter of opinion. I mean, I might agree with him, but wait a minute. Oh! A little poetry in motion right there. A book out of the pages of the Hardy Boys.
Wow. And Junior Greenhorn letting them fight.
And the fans here love it.
And that was awesome. Chant has started early.
And they're already clapping for me, MK.
Any applaud is an applaud for Bravo in your mind, I guess. Here we go. What's he gonna do?
What are you talking?
High risk maneuver, and that's why they call it high risk, high reward. But guess what? If you get caught, it hurts.
Oh, most definitely. You take a chance when you go off the top. And
now explain to me when you're in the zone, because these two just got run over, and now they're firing up like nothing happened. How does that happen?
It takes a little bit of perseverance and just digging down deep. And yeah, you saw Braden Austin, he was screaming. He's still feeling the effects of the thunder chop, both front and back.
Look at his back. I wonder if the camera can get that. That is amazing.
I don't envy Braden Austin one bit.
That's going to be on there for a week.
That's just the prowess and dedication of Team Bad. They're able to dig down deep and come back when most people think that they're down. Yes, they're young. Yes, they're inexperienced. But let me tell you, they got heart, and they can make a name for themselves in the tag team division.
I think either one of these could give the 801 District a run for their money.
But I say more definitely Team Bad.
Well, because they cheat?
Because they're good. Because they're hungry. They want those tag team titles. I mean, you were there. You saw what Dante Acosta said. They want a shot at the titles.
Oh, and here we go. Another high-risk maneuver. Big cross body there.
Could be a 3 count.
Oh, and you've got Dante Acosta coming in. Now, that's what's so hard about tag team wrestling is you have to be there. Guerrero Azteca a little slow on the draw. Had he come in and blocked that, they would have won the match.
You gotta watch your partner every step of the way. You gotta be there to help him out when he gets beat down, and you gotta be there to make the tag whenever he reaches in for you.
You know, I was told that tag team wrestling actually takes more mental toughness and mental stability than singles matches because you're having to watch 3 people.
Trademark slap. And yes, I do agree with that. I'm not a tag team competitor, but I have been in tag team matches, and let me tell you.
Well, you have to watch your tag team partner and your 2 competitors and work within the confines of that.
Yes, most definitely. It looks like Braden Austin is going for a body slam now.
Big body slam, holding it up there. You know, that's kind of like he's waiting for the blood to go to his head. But now, instead of going for it, now it looks like both his shoulders are coming. I'm confused as to why Junior Greenhorn is not going for the count.
Why isn't the ref doing his job and keeping Guerrero Azteca in his
face? Turn around. Oh, gosh.
What? What's the problem?
Junior Greenhorn has got to learn to keep his match and his focus on everything in the ring.
Most definitely. He's got to watch Guerrero Azteca from getting in the ring when he shouldn't be.
Now the crowd chanting Durango Kid.
Shoots him off.
Oh, and trying for a sleeper hold. Didn't quite get it cinched in, but he got enough of it. Now look at this. Dante Acosta, an accomplished high school wrestler, throwing the sleeper hold on.
He's bringing his high school wrestling background into Ucw Zero. He's definitely giving Durango Kid a run for his money.
Yes, he is. Now look at this. Look at this.
Holy cow. I think
you folks on camera, there we go. You folks at home can see that face. I mean, I'll tell you what, if he drops his arm 3 times, it's over.
It looks like he's going to go to sleep.
Oh, no! The carotid artery must have just enough blood to get to the brain.
Looks like Dante Acosta wasn't applying that pressure hard enough.
Oh, and big punches to the belly. Durango Kid.
Let's see what he's got.
Oh, here we go.
Down with a clothesline. Great calculated thinking by Dante Acosta.
And you know what? The leverage on that clothesline was amazing.
Most definitely took Durango Kid down, and now.
And you know what? They're cutting off the ring. That's what all good tag teams do. It's cut off the ring from their opponent.
You got to keep your opponent in your corner and not their corner.
And look at Guerrero Azteca. All his size, all his muscle, can't do anything because he can't get the tag.
Yeah, he can't do anything until his partner tags him in. All he can do is just stand and watch.
You know, I'm a little surprised that they're not doing more moves to bring Durango Kid down so they can cover him.
I think they're just trying to make an example out of him.
Maybe that's what they're doing. Maybe they realize that they don't have a shot at the title and they're just going to beat him up.
Well, they're here to impress. Most definitely.
I thought that was 3 for sure.
It certainly is.
Durango Kid reaching down.
Certainly looked like an MK. With a bunch of
and a big chop there.
Little fight back from Durango.
Missed.
The same maneuver before.
Oh, wow.
Wait a minute.
Wow.
Clothesline. Both men are down.
Both men going after the same maneuvers. Both men studying the films, and both men getting hit with the clotheslines.
They better. Looks like they need to go in for that tag if they want to keep going. I say the first person that makes the tag definitely has the advantage. Oh, he's grabbing the foot.
He's grabbing his foot, can't make the tag. Oh, and they both made the tag. Here we go. Oh, big clothesline right to the face of Braden Austin.
Stay down, Braden Austin. Oh, God.
Oh, no, here we go. Oh, he's got both of them up.
That's pure strength indeed. Samoan drop.
Unbelievable.
Samoan drop into a fallaway slam.
I have never, in all my years of calling any sport, seen something like that.
That's what you get here in Ucw Zero, the very best in independent wrestling in the West Coast.
And here we go. Here's their signature. Oh, and they just took too much time. And Dante Acosta, a student of the game, with his film study, saw it coming. And now the double super kicks.
To both men.
Oh! The winners of the match, Team Bad.
Well, Team Bad definitely demonstrated just how hungry they are for those tag team titles.
I think that was film study. That was film study. It had to be. How did they know that that was going to happen?
They're just way smart. I mean, they may be young, but damn, do they have intelligence.
I'm telling you what. They are going to look at this. This young team took out these two champions. Unbelievable.
They were able to beat Dante Acosta and Guerrero Azteca.
A former heavyweight champion and a former Ultra X champion. Ladies and gentlemen, our main event coming right up. JT Marshall has the opportunity
of a lifetime as he takes on newly crowned champion in Dallas Murdock. Let's see what JT Marshall has in store for the new champion. In the meantime, let's take it back to the ring to Commissioner MK.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 60-minute time limit and is for the Ultra Championship Wrestling Zero Heavyweight Championship. And now, the challenger, weighing in at 165 pounds, from Chicago, Illinois, JT Marshall.
Of Ucw Zero, who has been given the golden opportunity of his very young, twisted career. From what I've been hearing in training, he has been outshining every new trainee in the Ucw Zero training program, and it looks like it's paid off as he is now facing the newly crowned champion, Dallas Murdock, for the Ucw Zero heavyweight title. He definitely looks confident, but we'll see if he's able to hold on to that confidence when that bell rings. Goes toe-to-toe with Dallas Murdock.
And his opponent, weighing in at 205 pounds, from Austin, Texas, he is the Ucw Zero Heavyweight Champion, Dallas Murdock!
The new Ucw Zero Heavyweight Champion. He cashed in his golden certificate on then champion Martin Casals. He's definitely a man that I have had many battles with, and I just gotta say, JT Marshall is in for a run for his money. And I'm not quite sure how JT is going to be able to beat Dallas Murdock, but you never know. Anything can happen in professional wrestling, folks. JT Marshall, really confident. And so is Dallas Murdock. And there we go, folks. They're fighting for the most pristine title in Ucw Zero, a title that I held on 2 separate occasions, a title that I hope to hold again someday. But in the meantime, we'll let these 2 competitors go at it and see who deserves to hold that belt.
Well, here you have a 6-time champion and the longest reigning champion calling the match.
It's quite an occasion, I must say.
Oh, wow. No, this is very special. I mean, you've got the longest reigning champion doing commentary, scouting out basically the new champion, and the new champion, 6-time champion, making his first defense against a young man in JT Marshall.
And if I understand, a hand-picked opponent from Dallas Murdock.
Oh! Yes, Stevie Slick picked this opponent, and, you know, I wanted to give it to someone with experience. Quite honestly, I had you slated for this, but Stevie Slick, I think because he wanted Dallas Murdock to win, picked the guy with the least amount of experience and least credentials.
Well, I think it doesn't matter who Dallas Murdock is.
Oh, there we go!
Oh, what a DDT!
As they say, any given Saturday, you could win the title, and look at that. JT Marshall wants this. JT Marshall is a very accomplished fighting athlete. Fighting, military trained. Look at him go.
It'll probably be the biggest upset in Ucw Zero history if JT Marshall can somehow pull the victory off.
Without a doubt. But I'll tell you what, and it does happen. University of Utah did beat Alabama in the Sugar Bowl in 2008. JT Marshall can win this match. And look at this. Here we go. Slingshot, sunset flip.
For the pin in 1, 2, and...
Oh, you got to do more than that to beat a 6-time champion.
If that were me,
Dallas Murdock.
If that were me, I would have pinned him already, but that's just me. But, you know, Dallas Murdock taking his time, taking a breather, and I don't blame him.
Oh, and look at that.
Step aside.
JT Marshall trying for the baseball slide, but Dallas Murdock a little too good. Oh, and see,
And he's put the
rookie mistake there. Rookie mistake. Flying into the ring without looking where your opponent is. That's just general ring awareness, isn't it?
Yes, definitely. I mean, you got to be calculating when you go into a match. You got to know what you're going to do when you face a fierce competitor, just like Dallas Murdock.
Oh, look at that. And Dallas Murdock,
Big splash.
the toughest sumbitch in this state. Look at that. He's going to take someone's head off with that
I
one
think he
time.
just did with JT.
Wow. JT Marshall had his chance, but I'm afraid he didn't capitalize as the brawling, brutal style of Dallas Murdock taking over here.
I definitely see. Yeah, I don't see JT Marshall coming back out of this.
Oh, there he goes. A little bit of strategy. Oh, leg sweep. Oh, and there we go, some trickeration. Do we have a new champion? Oh, 2.5 counts on the 6-time champion.
It's going to take a lot more than that to put the champion down, folks. I'm sorry.
And look at Dallas Murdock holding his ribs. And JT Marshall kind of making another mistake, going up top instead of working on those hurt ribs.
Reverse it.
Oh, big boot.
I think it's over, folks.
You know what? Not many people get up from that.
And there you have it, folks.
And still, Ucw Zero heavyweight champion, Dallas Murdock.
JT Marshall winning this match with full intentions on becoming Ucw Zero champion. He was close, but as the old saying goes, there was no cigar. Oh, there we go. Now he's at.
So now, let me ask you something.
Oh, wait a minute.
What do you? Oh no! Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? That's terrible.
Oh, that's bad. He's got to make an example out of that rookie. You think he's going to let some rookie walk in and try to take his title away from him and him not do anything about it? Are you kidding me? If that was me in the ring, I would have taken my crowbar and I would have bashed his brains in.
Well, let me just tell you this. I thought JT Marshall had a heck of a showing for himself, taking the fight on short notice. So inexperienced. I think he did great.
Oh, I agree with you. JT Marshall put up a hell of a fight against Dallas Murdock, but he just didn't have what it takes. Maybe with more experience, maybe with more training, but who knows? Not
tonight, as we leave you, the champion and still champion, Dallas Murdock.
Bravo.
Thank you, Jason Bravo. It's a pleasure. We'll see all of you next week.